We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
And we say good morning to you. And we say good morning to you, broadcasting live today. We're on the road. We're here again at Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton on this Thursday. Well, we got 26th day of June. Birthday today, only one that I would jump out at me on the sheet would be Gretchen Wilson, country music singer, having a birthday. She's 51 today. Let's see, who else? Mick Jones, I think maybe a Foreigner. And The Clash. I don't remember him as that. I remember him as Foreigner. Anyway, Mick Jones having a birthday. He's 70 today. It may not be the same guy. So, anyway, Gretchen Wilson having a birthday, 81. That's the birthday for this Thursday. We say good morning to you. Lots going on. We are here at Carter County Bank. Going to be with you until, about 1 o'clock today. So, got lots to talk about. Andrew's going to join us. We've got college baseball. We've got big league baseball, the NBA. We've got some high school sports, certainly Major League Baseball, some NFL news. So, all that straight ahead here again on this Thursday at CCB, as we call it, Carter County Bank. Now, you have, we start you by telling you we're on a time frame here. You're 45 minutes out from casting your votes now for the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Cutoff is at noon today. You can vote 5 times a day. Well, you can't now. You're down about 45 minutes to vote, but you can vote for your favorite All-Star, and this will set the rosters, and then the second round of voting will set up starting right after, I believe, tomorrow. We'll figure out who's going to be the starters. So you're voting to this point to get the roster set, and then, as we said, to turn around and get the starters. And so that's what's going on there. All right, Ronald Acuna Jr. says he'll be in the Home Run Derby at Truist Park. We're going to talk about that. We've got Morehead State, got some college football news, so there's different things going on here again on this dead week, as you well know, for the TSSAA. We've talked about it all week long. No practices, no scrimmages, no workouts, no contacts, no anything. Everybody disappears and heads to the hills, heads to the beach, heads somewhere for this week and next week. And then July the 7th, on that Monday, it starts in earnest for all the fall sports, football, volleyball, girls soccer, cross-country, guys and girls track. So those sports up and running for sure come July the 7th, which is a week from Monday. So anyway, that's where we are. We're here again live at Carter County Bank. We're going to take a break. We're going to get it started with the national anthem, as we always do. Who gets to do it today? Let me think. Who'd be a good one to do it on a Thursday? Oh, hot Thursday. How about Jennifer Nettles? She brought down the house. We'll capture her singing at the Battle of Bristol, 7 or 8 years ago. And so here she is, Jennifer Nettles, the national anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us. You see the countdown: 57 days, 4 hours, 11 minutes, and now we're down to 57, 4, and 10 minutes until Cyclone football. Axel's, he's going to be at Food City. He'll be with me tomorrow for show number 2313. We're at 2312 today here at Carter County Bank. So as we talked with Jeff Beverly earlier in the week, our Big Orange Update guy, we were at Phil's Dream Pit. So you look now, the Tennessee football class of 2026, this is a big month. June wrapping up, of course, has been a big month getting recruits on campus at all the schools. So June has been a heavy recruiting month. So here who is in now for sure for Tennessee. 9 hard commits for Tennessee football for the class of 2026. Of course, the quarterback everybody's buzzing about out of Greensboro, North Carolina, Brandon Faison, 6'3", 200-pounder. He's in. Offensive tackle Gabriel Osenda from Chattanooga Baylor, 6'7" and 330. He's in. Thank goodness. Zach Groves from East Robertson High School, 6'4", 255, edge rusher. Wide receiver Tyreek King from Knox Catholic, 5'10", 168. From Nashville, Donaldson Academy, 6'6", 248. Carson Sneed, the tight end, is going to be a Tennessee Volunteer. From New Jersey, K.J. McClain, safety, and from St. Joseph's Regional. He is in. C.J. Edwards on the edge rusher from New Jersey, 6'4", 215 is in. Luke Thompson from Franklin, Tennessee, Franklin High School, 6', 176 safety, he's in. And then Braylon Outlaw, like that name, he's a linebacker out of Alabama, 6', 218. So those are the 9 hard recruits. But you look at Osenda, 6'7", 330. Carson Sneed, 6'6", 248. Got some hosses coming for Tennessee football. But again, it's a busy time. And of course, the month is wrapping up, as you know. And so they're trying to squeeze in all the recruits they can this weekend before we hit July 1st. So Tennessee football, along with all the others, are again out there beating and banging, trying to get these guys signed and nailed down and committed. So that's what you've got so far for Tennessee football at 9 hard commits and some big ones. And the quarterback really is the one everybody's talking about. And then the running back, who is yet to make his determinations down to Tennessee and Michigan, Savion. So if you get him in, that's going to be that'll be a plum. He's the number 1 running back in the country, and he's decided he's down to 2 schools, Tennessee and Michigan. Hello to Junior Campbell, hello to Axel Steins, hello to Kent Farr. We're live here again at Carter County Bank here in downtown Elizabethton on this Thursday, final Thursday of the month. Hard to believe we're looking at the 4th of July. Hard to believe we're looking at the countdown to Christmas of 181 days, I think it is. We were right at the halfway point yesterday of the calendar year. I guess you knew that. So we're now I'm pretty sure it's 181. In fact, I know it is 181. Yep, 181 days till Christmas. So yesterday was the 25th of June was the halfway point of the year, which is amazing to me. We're looking at 4th of July next weekend. Then you roll right into back to school, Labor Day, football cranks up, fall sports, and you blink. Don't blink too quick, it'll be past you, but you blink, it'll be Christmas and the holiday season. So anyway, we'll let that get here in its own timing. 181 days away from Christmas Eve. We're live here again. Take a break, got a couple of news in college. Some more, we thought it was all settled in, but it's not. Got some more schools starting to bounce around a little bit, jumping from conference to conference. Take a look at that. And also, we have a football stadium is going to be named after someone you know very, very well. We'll tell you about that next on the Tom Douglas Sports Show after this from our friends right here. Stopped by and said hello to Eric a few minutes ago. I said, how's the Pillpacks going? He said, I added 2. 1 this morning already and 2 yesterday. So this is the way to go, folks. The Pill Pack from Lingerfield Drug Center. Sports and Tom Douglas Sports Show. Pill Packs. Tell me about Pill Packs.
Yeah, so these are good for people take 3 or 4 medicines, just kind of get confused by what they got or may forget to take doses or things like that. Other people that likes them is people caring for parents or grandparents. Makes it real easy rather than having to keep up with 10 or 12 bottles and remembering once a day, twice a day. You just come pick up these packs once a month and takes care of everything.
Show this one right here. There it is. Pill Packs.
Mm-hmm.
Even they're color-coded, so blue stands for nighttime, right?
Yep, that does.
So you'll do this for anybody?
Yeah, sure can. We can do anything just from once a day packs, all your medicines of a morning. Can do them 2 or 3 times a day, up to 4 times a day. For people, takes 4 time a day medicines. But they're real easy to punch out, so you can just punch them out. That's your dose for the day or the time. And on the front of it's got a information page. It's got pictures of each medicine, tells what it is, and which doctor you got. So that's something when you go to doctors or a hospital or something like that, you don't have to try and remember what all you take or wait till they can get a hold of your pharmacy. You can just rip that page off and it's got all your medicines on there. So it keeps it real simple.
And if you're traveling and you don't want to take that whole thing, you just tear out the 3 or 4 days you're traveling, or the week at the beach or whatever, and they stay intact, and so you don't take the whole 30-day supply just take as you need, and they tear off.
Yeah, sure can. And something else kind of similar to that, what we've heard from a few people, taking a lunchtime medicine, especially if you're still working stuff, because you don't want to carry 3 or 4 pill bottles to work, or if you put them in a Ziploc bag or something, they'll get crushed or lost. But you can leave your morning, night at home, just rip off a single noon dose and take that with you, because those little pockets, they're strong enough, if you throw it in your pocket, your pills aren't going to get crushed or anything like that. So
pill packs, good. Another way customer service here at Lingerfield Drug Center. Hours are open?
Here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
Social media, where do we find you?
On Facebook as Lingerfeld Drug Center.
And the magic phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138.
What a neat concept. Pill packs from Lingerfield Drug Center. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 2312, 2012 show countdown. You see Cyclone football, 57 days, 4 hours, and 3 minutes, and counting her down. So tomorrow you're talking 8 weeks till football. Hard to believe, to high school football anyway. College football a little bit further on down the trail, but not much. Say they start on the 30th, so that'd give you, another 8 days. So you're looking at, 65 days till Tennessee football against Syracuse. So there you go. All right, so again, the shuffling's going on. Again, some of the conferences making some moves. Texas State informing the Sun Belt Conference are leaving. They're going to join the Pac-12. Texas State's exit fee to join the Pac-12 doubles. If you tell them now it's okay, it's $5 million. On July the 1st, it jumps to $10 million. So Texas State says we're out, we're leaving, and so they're going to do that and make that move, make it official. Of course, July 1st is Tuesday next week? Yep. So they have until Tuesday. But to tell them today, or yesterday, Texas State is going to go to the Pac-12. Oregon State, Washington State are currently operating as lone members of the Pac-12. The remaining Pac-12 is able to lure Boise State, Colorado State, San Diego State, Fresno State, and Utah State from the Mountain West starting in 2026. And so Texas State wants to be getting them a party, and they're going to the tune of $10 million if they, they're not. They're going to pay $5 million to exit the league, and so they're in. Texas State will now move on to join the Pac-12. So I don't know much about Texas State. I don't know hardly anything at all about Texas State. But anyway, they're out of the Sun Belt Conference, and they're going to move into the Pac-12. Texas State was once a member of the Western Athletic Conference, started competing in the Sun Belt in 2013. So Texas State's never won the Sun Belt. It is coming off its first 2 bowl victories in program history. They are the Texas State Bobcats, by the way. And so they have back-to-back 8-5 records, giving them their first consecutive winning seasons back-to-back since 2008-2009. So, 17 years in the making of having back-to-back winning seasons. So there you go. They're going to move on. So Texas State, with some sense of success, going to move on and play again in the Pac-12 starting next year. And they had to pay $5 million to get out of their conference, the Sun Belt, to do that. All right, Morehead State renaming its stadium from a guy that you know very well, if you're watching on TV, Phil Simms, quarterback the New York Jets to win a Super Bowl. Official dedication will take place at the stadium in Morehead, Kentucky during homecoming weekend on October the 18th. Phil Simms played at Morehead State from 74 through 78. They're going to rename it Phil Simms Stadium, which I thought was pretty cool. Morehead State will do that on October the 18th. We'll take a break, come back. Andrew's here. We'll get his take as the EA Sports folks have come up with the loudest stadiums in college football, and Tennessee's not even in the top 10. Now, he's been on the road some of these SEC stadiums. We'll see what his take on all that. But again, EA Sports, we talked about this yesterday. They, with this new video game that's coming out for 2026, they're creating a home field advantage called the Stadium Pulse. The element that plays an even bigger role with increased confusion for opposing offenses in the loudest stadiums on the EA Sports video games. So, interesting. We'll see what he thinks about the top 10 and the fact that Tennessee's not in the top 10. I'm not even sure, again, how they even came up with this, but it sounds good on June the 26th to talk about it. He's in the house. Also, talking about the new bank, an extension, if you will, over in Boone, North Carolina, the land of the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Been reading about their football team, and they've got they're pretty excited about their football team in Boone, North Carolina. It's a really cool place. Kidd Brewer Stadium is a great place to watch a football game, I can tell you that. Quick break. We'll be right back after this. One of our great sponsors, the Eagle Center, the #1 antique store in the Tri-Cities, voted on by the viewers of WJHL-TV. Here's Tammy, and after that will be Andrew on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
Center, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show. Tammy Troutman. A lot of antique stores out there. Why come to the Eagle Center?
Oh my goodness, there are so many reasons to come and visit the Eagle Center. We have wonderful vendors, nearly 50 vendors who have the best merchandise. They hunt, they pick, they're always changing it out, keeping it clean and fresh and new and interesting, and we have wonderful vendors.
Yes, you do. And we're going into the spring, and we're in spring and summer. Great time coming down downtown Elizabeth and shop here because the inventory changes all the time.
Yes, it does, and we have air conditioning, so you can come in, cool off, look at things, browse. We have 2 levels of just about everything you could think of.
Gift certificates?
We have gift certificates available. We have layaway available.
Yep, you can do those. Get a gift certificate. They can come back and get what they want when they want, or do a layaway for down the road, even into the holidays. You can do that. It's all right here. The hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 every single day except for Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And where do we find you on social media?
We're on Eagle Center Co-op on Facebook, and then Eagle Center Antiques on Instagram.
And the phone number we have to call to find out,
The phone
talk to
number
you?
is 542-6674.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Daly Sports Show and on Cyclone Sports, the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Back at the Tom Daly Sports Show, look who stopped by. Our bud, El Presidente, gave me a car last month, earlier in the month, I should say.
That's right.
If you find a 57 Chevy out there somewhere, I know they're hard to find, those collector banks, I will pay you for that.
57 Chevy, that's on my to-do list, huh?
Yeah, well, if you can find one.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, if you can find one, I'll pay you for it. I'm not even sure what you gave me, what the model was. Not even sure what the car, it was a little Carter County Bank. It was awesome. It has a convertible on it. I don't even know what.
30 something.
I don't know. It was cool. I know that. I was unexpected and much appreciated. So he said, we got 57 Chevys around here somewhere. I said, I'm about it. I love 57.
1913 Model T and a 57 Chevy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
one I gave you.
Oh, yes. So anyway, we're here obviously at CCB, and we've got several things to talk about. Your Braves, let's start with them. They're starting to, I think, as I've said all along, this is me, and I don't know a whole lot, but I'm thinking as Matt Olson goes, they go. He's starting to swing it pretty good. They're 5 under, but they're still, they're 9.5 out. They're playing better baseball. So what do you attribute it to?
I think Acuna, Olson, Acuna's come back and he's hitting it well, playing great defense. Olson's hitting it well. I mean, not great average, but he's knocking in runs and RBIs, and it seems like anymore in baseball, as long as you're doing that, nobody cares what you hit. As far as an average, I mean,
Sure, it doesn't matter.
205 with 100 RBIs, they think you're productive. So,
If you're batting 250 and I'll put you up there and you drive in runs, I don't care what your batting average is.
Yeah.
Andrew McKinn can drive them in. So
yep. So, the pitching's been a little bit better. Obviously losing Chris Sale for a few weeks, a couple of weeks, that doesn't help. But it seems like everything's just been a little bit better. We're still, in what I say, consistently inconsistent. So we kind of, we win 5 of 6 from the Mets and lose 2 out of 3 to the Marlins. So, it's just kind of all over the place.
So they've got one more today, don't they? Series wrap up. I think they've got Holmes on the mound, and they'll go against Griffin Canning at 7:10 tonight. Then they come back home for a big weekend series, the Phillies. That's a biggie.
It is.
If you're going to chase them, if you're going to try and catch them, you got to beat the big dog, and they're in first place. And so the pitching matchup of the weekend will be Elder, Schwellenbach, and Strider Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For the Braves, they go with Mick Abel tomorrow night, Luzardo on Saturday, and Ranger Suarez on Sunday. So the Braves, if they're going to do it, this is how you do it, don't you?
Yeah, that's definitely right. If you're going to do it, you got to beat the ones at the top. You can knock off a game at a time.
That's it. Just what's the old saying? Inch by inch, anything's a cinch. Yeah, that's what Daddy used to say. Just chip away, boys. Just chip away.
How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. One bite at a time.
That's it. Are you okay with Acuna's little Euro step and his home run trot? You like that or not?
Have some fun. You know.
There you go.
Just be ready in case they decide to hit you in the back the next time.
Yeah, because I'm not sure the opposing teams or pitchers probably appreciate that little.
No, probably not.
Little hoochie coo move there between second and third, but
no.
He is signed up to play in the home run derby, so that's cool. You want to get a chance to go?
No, I'm not going down to that one. Yeah.
Going to Bristol?
I am going to Bristol.
I'm going to Bristol too. I'm going to see the Reds and the Braves. So
yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if you can see from anywhere, but they'll have the big jumbotron. But I went over for the battle at Bristol in football and had great seats, but you still couldn't see.
You know, you couldn't.
So I just watched it on TV.
That's
but it was an experience. And
say you were there.
Yep.
So I was reading about it yesterday. It's really interesting. They're tearing down the walls, the inside walls on the track. They got to clear them all out to make a field. They tore down the Goodyear building. They got to build clubhouses, which is really interesting, to Major League Baseball specs. They got to have a weight room in there. They got to have locker rooms, and they got to basically build a brand new stadium inside of a stadium, if you will, between now and August the 5th. So they got a lot of work to get done, and so
that's crazy.
It is crazy.
For one day. What do you need a weight room for one day?
I didn't get that either.
Yeah.
But they got to have a weight room. They got to have. I mean, it's got to be like Truist Park, and it's got to be like Cincinnati Stadium too. That's what they want. It's a 3-game set. The Reds are the host teams that will play the first one in Cincinnati, come to Bristol, play the second one, and go back and finish the third game of that set in Cincinnati. So it's considered a Cincinnati home game. So they're lining up the stars to be there, that's for sure. So it's going to be coming up August the 5th, I believe it is. Am I right? August 5th?
2nd, 5th, somewhere like
so
that.
So long there. It's early in the month of August, and so it'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway, calling it the Speedway Classic twixt the Braves and the Reds. So best team in baseball right now is Detroit, although the Dodgers have caught them. They both have a winning percentage of .617. So if you had to stop today and say, Tom, buddy, on June the 26th, I'm going to predict this team and this team will be in the World Series. Who might you think it'd be, sir?
The Dodgers, definitely. I think there's just a lot of talent right there. It's going to be tough, especially if Shohei comes back and starts pitching. The American League, it's hard to get. I mean, I know Detroit keeps winning. I mean, when they have Skubal on the mound, they're very tough. But it's hard to. I mean, I have a hard time because they all hit 240, but everybody does anymore, so it's hard for me to get past that.
Good point.
But Detroit's playing well, and with Skubal at the front, you're going to get a win or should get a win when he's on the mound. So, right now that would be kind of where I would lean. The Yankees pitching's kind of suspect.
Well put.
Kansas City's been all over the mat. Houston's hot right now. I mean, they're playing very good baseball. Seattle, Cal Raleigh's killing it, 31, 32 home runs. It's kind of crazy. I'd love to see Los Angeles get hot and let Mike Trout, play in the playoffs. That's one of the greatest players of our era if he could have stayed healthy. But I think that, the Dodgers are the team to beat in the National League, and I think the American League's wide open.
You look at the Rays. I keep thinking, okay, we talk Yankees, we talk the Red Sox are like a roller coaster team. The Blue Jays are kind of hot and cold, but the Rays are 10 over. They're 45 and 35. They won 2 in a row and 7 out of 10, and they're only one game from the Yankees. They're in striking distance, obviously. So, people have told me, baseball guys have said, you got to watch Tampa Bay, and I don't know anything about them.
So they got Junior Caminero playing third base. He's, he was one of the favorites preseason for Rookie of the Year last year and did fine, but he didn't, do anything. He's hitting the ball real well. They always just, I don't know how they do it. It's smoke and mirrors, I guess, but they always seem to be right there at the end.
We look at the Rangers; they're 1 under, 40 and 41, and so thought it was pretty cool the night. Evan asked Eric a while ago, "So what do you think about your brother?" He said, "Man, that was a close one, wasn't it?" I said, "It was close." Yep. They called him out, and they reversed the call, and he was safe, and he was safe.
Yeah,
so
I thought it was pretty obvious he was safe.
Yes.
When on the replays it proved it. But he's quick. He can get down the line. I mean, that's just a ball hit directly at the second baseman, infield in. Going on the first crack of the bat. And, he just outran the ball.
It wasn't a deeply hit ground ball. He was on the grass on the infield, so it was a really high stakes chance to do it. I always think the umpire and home plate's out of position. They always are on this side.
Yeah.
When I think they should be on the third base side looking into the play, but they're always to the, what would you say, I guess the first base side of home plate, and they see the action over the catcher's back.
Yeah, but they, if they get behind the runner, then it's kind of hard to see when the glove hits them. I don't know that bang play is kind of hard to be anywhere. That's great.
That's great. Yeah. So
you
anyway,
end up getting in the way of the runner.
Evan was ruled safe and ended up being the difference in the ball game for them to beat Baltimore 6-5 in 10 innings the other night. We're here live at Carter County Bank. That's where we are broadcasting live. Our buddy El Presidente. So I've got this thing. Now, you have traveled with Tennessee football a lot, right, as a fan?
I've been around a few stadiums. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get your take because this EA Sports has come out and said, what do I do with it? Oh, there it is. EA Sports has come out and said this is a new video game. It's called the Stadium Pulse, and so they have made a bigger role, I'm trying to read this, with increased confusion for opposing offenses. Have you been to LSU?
I have not been to LSU.
Okay. It's voted number 1, Tiger Stadium.
And I think it depends whether it's a night game or a day game down there.
Yeah, night game, it is wild.
That's what I've heard.
The fog comes in off the river down there, and sometimes the upper deck is fogged out. They can't see the field, but they don't care. They're wild. And so LSU.
But I hear they're pretty rude.
Yeah. I heard that too.
Yeah.
Wasn't that long ago they were rude, wasn't it? Like a couple of months back.
Yep.
You been to Sanford Stadium?
I have.
Wild.
It's a good atmosphere. But I was very fortunate when I was there. Tennessee beat them, so it got quite quick.
Alabama, been to Bryant-Denny?
I have not been to Bryant-Denny.
Have you been to Clemson?
I have not.
My
family has, but they won't take me.
I can't help you though.
I know.
Florida?
I've not been to Florida.
Oklahoma?
I'll say that with a caveat. Butch Jones days, Lane Kiffin days, Derek Dooley days, it was probably not the loudest stadium in America. But when Tennessee is playing good, and when I was going down there all the time, you would not find anywhere louder.
No,
the years when Fulmer was there, and I was traveling down there, Peyton Manning, T. Martin. When Tennessee is playing good, and people that were at the Alabama game the last 2 times we beat them, it shakes the stadium.
So when you go on the road, what was the coolest? I guess for lack of a better term, it's very subjective. What was the coolest stadium you went to?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame Stadium?
Yeah, Notre Dame's a really neat place. I mean, to look out there at Touchdown Jesus, the history over there, I really enjoyed that one. We had seats one year. It was funny where they put the visiting teams. There was room for 2 of us to sit at all times, and one had to stand. We had 3 seats, but there was not room for all of our backsides, so we would take turns. Whose turn is it to sit for a while? And so one would stand.
Where's this at?
At Notre Dame.
At Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had seats in the upper deck, and there was plenty of room, but once you get down there crammed around the field, it was a little compact.
A little tight.
Yeah.
There you go. So, anyway, that's the top 10. Yeah, the other one they left off, which I think I've been there, and it's crazy, is Lane Stadium with Virginia Tech, where the kids, they jump the whole game.
Yeah.
And they jump, if you've never been there, they literally jump up and down the whole ball game, or most of the game. And so it's not even on the top 25 list.
I don't get real impressed with South Carolina. I think a lot of that's popped in noise when that rooster starts crowing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So 25, 24, 23, 22. So Notre Dame's 21st ranked as the loudest stadium. So
I don't know that it was really loud. I mean, it was just classic.
Just cool.
Yeah,
Kind of like Fenway and Wrigley and baseball.
Now Fenway, that'll put those places put goosebumps on you, man. I've been in both of those, and it was impressive to go in just to get the cold chill.
So I had Diaz on the show the other day. We were talking about the same thing. He said, you got to go to Fenway. He said, I'm not even a Red Sox fan. You just walk in, it's like, okay, this is pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. There's no doubt. They offer a tour. We took the tour when we went up, and you walk around. We got to sit in the dugout, and they took us to the Ted Williams Club, the 401 Club, or whatever it was he hit that one year. Sit and look out from the luxury suites, and they were going to take us out to the Green Monster, but they were doing an interview with Carlton Fisk, and they wouldn't let us go out there and interrupt his interview for some reason. So
can you believe that?
I know. It's a little shocking.
They still changed they manually changed the scoreboard, don't they?
Did you see the videos of when Evan was there in Boston and he was in there looking at all the names and stuff? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Evan Carter, when they were playing, he got up. And in fact, they showed a picture. He's in behind the scoreboard too. He was up there where they're changing the letters, and he was in there with his teammates on a tour going. I guess the same one you all got. So, with that.
I'd say theirs might have been a little nicer than ours, but it
I
was
would go say that, but it probably go.
And, I was 24. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just 4 of us from Carter County make a road trip up to Boston.
You probably got the C tour and they got the A tour.
I would imagine that theirs was a little nicer than ours, but we did get, like I said, we got to sit in the dugout and check out a lot of the stadium. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. So. What is a stadium you would like to go to you have not been to yet? It's on your bucket list. If you could go, ... you would go to
football or baseball.
Football.
I think I'd like to go to an Alabama game. I don't care anything about going to Florida. I think Alabama would be a neat stadium. The Big House for Michigan. I think that would be fun. It'd be an enjoyable trip.
What about baseball? Wrigley.
Well, I wish I would have taken the time to go to the old Yankee Stadium. I've been to Wrigley twice, loved it. I've been to the old, I think Three River Stadium. I think that's a cool stadium. I like to drive up to Cincinnati, watch a game there. That looks like a cool park. I've been to all of them in Atlanta. St. Louis, I like to go out there to the Busch Stadium. I'm going to go out there before Evan's done, and I'll go to Arlington the next few years just to see that one. But the old Yankee Stadium, that's what I hate that I missed. We went to Boston. And then we dropped by Camden Yards, and if I had it to do over, we had to, Boston to New York to Camden Yards and got the classic Yankee Stadium.
Did you like Camden Yards?
Yeah, it's good. It's
okay.
It's a nice stadium. It's Baltimore's not the cleanest town, but it's a neat little stadium. We sat down right on the first row out in left field, down the left field line, third base line, and it was funny because I'm sitting there and you're there with your buddies. I'm like, all right. You're on my right. If there's a line drive down through here, are you in or are you out? Because I need to know.
You got me?
I don't need to expect you to catch this.
Yeah.
And I take one in the face.
That's it. Or you got my back, so I need it, or my face.
We never had anything close to us.
Nothing.
That was before they had the nets up. So I just needed to know. I said, are you in or are you out?
And what was the response by your buddies? They
I'm
said,
out.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah,
you're
was
on your own.
me. Yeah.
On your own, dog.
Yep.
I got you. All right.
As long as you know that, that's okay.
Yeah. As long as you know the rules going in.
Yep.
New Bank in Boone, North Carolina. We're going to be there in the month of August. Looking very much forward to that. We're going to go over there and talk to August 14th. Talk to some folks from App State.
Yep.
And get a little sizing up about what's going on over in the land of the Mountaineers. But tell us about the bank over there.
Yeah, we've got it opened up over on Boone Heights Drive. We're really excited with the progress we've made so far. We've got some good customers that have signed up with us. They've been looking for a good, strong community bank. There's a lot of the large chain banks up in that area, and people weren't always pleased with the service they got there. A lot of those have pulled their lenders and relationship managers out of the area. And if you want to borrow money, you got to go right over there to that phone, and we'll get somebody on the line for you. You know, and you can talk to somebody in Charlotte or Raleigh or wherever. And
exactly.
So it's been a good little test so far through the first 7 months. I guess it'll be 8 months in the first part of July, and we're really excited where we are right now. So, they've given me some timelines to meet to get us profitable up there, and we're pushing real hard to get that. So we spend a lot of time on the road, driving anywhere between Irwin and Boone to find business. But it's it keeps the fire in the belly, keeps me excited to come to work every day.
Yep. If anybody can do it, he will, and he is doing it, as a matter of fact. So a community bank, folks go, okay, what's the difference between the big boys, community bank? It's basically all about the relationships, right?
It's 100% about the relationship,
yep.
Tom. It's knowing the kid names of the kids and the intimate details of their business, so that we can make suggestions. We like to feel like we're a part of the business, even though we have no ownership stake in it. To say, hey, have you thought about this, or what if you did it this way? As far as your financials, could we give you this product, which would help make you more efficient, which would save you money? It's just all about I know they're busy, so why do you need to come to me? Why can't I come to your business and sit down and have a conversation instead of you taking time out of your day? So we jump in the car and we go and we do it. And, we like to be there. We like to be involved in the community. If I'm going to throw money at an event and they say, hey, will you sponsor this? Yeah, but I'm going to be there too. That's kind of what I tasked them in Boone of saying, hey, if we're going to do this, and you make a suggestion to me, say, hey, we need to throw $1,000 at this or whatever. I said, where are you going? And if you're not going, then I'm not sponsoring it. So we need to be there.
I like it.
Yeah, so we need to be a part of it. So Chris, our lender up there, he coaches youth sports up in the area. He's got some kids that are playing sports, baseball, basketball, football. Kids go to the local schools, and we try to get out in the schools and teach financial awareness and those kind of things, so we can get our foot in the door there. So it's all about the relationship. It's 100% that.
Mountain Community Bank, right?
You got it.
In Boone, North Carolina. We'll be there in August.
Yep, August
Looking forward
the 14th.
to making the drive.
Yep.
Probably have a Map State baseball cap on. So
I spoke to David Jackson the other day, the chamber director up there. He's going to join us on the 14th.
The former voice of the Mountaineers.
Yep, and he is still doing the games on the side on ESPN Plus.
Oh, does he?
He does the ESPN Plus games, so he said if you want to talk a little Appy State football, he'll
absolutely.
have done enough research at that time to be able to throw some nuggets in there to you.
I have in my formerly nicotine-stained fingers, as the late Rush Limbaugh would say. My little
There you
book.
go.
I'm going to learn about the Appalachian State Mountaineers.
All right,
So I've been ciphering them, studying.
that's good.
It's a great place to call a game. Back when I was doing the Bucks and doing the Citadel, we played, of course, at Kid Brewer Stadium. And there's, for my money, in the fall, a little crisp in the air. Leaves are turning.
I went to the ETSU game last year. It was a great game, but it was hot.
Yeah.
It was
You get up
hot.
there in the fall, September, October, and even November. Leaves are turning. There's cool in the air, man. It's a cool place to watch a football game.
Yep.
They get into it up there,
They
too.
do. It's a great environment.
They average
It's a lot of fun to watch.
30, 33, 35,000 fans a game.
Yep.
So it's a good place to go, and we'll be there in August.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Thank you.
Hey, Tom, I appreciate you as always.
If I was at Camden Yards, I would say, I got you, Bo.
I have no
So-
doubt.
So if that line drives come, you got me, Tom? That hand goes up, we'll block it.
That's right.
We'll protect the face of Andrew McKeon.
Well, it's not about the face, buddy. It's making sure I don't take one on the temple, I guess.
That's it, on the noggin.
That's all right.
Take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll look at Major League Baseball, look at what's going on, who's playing where, the standings, and some big weekend series coming up. Do all that next year on show number 2312 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live right here in downtown Elizabethton at Carter County Bank. We're talking to Sherry Holtzclaw, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores out there. Why the Jeweler's Bench?
So everything is done in-house. Nothing gets sent out. We do ring sizing, necklace repairs, replace stones, shorten bracelets, necklaces. We repair silver jewelry. There's not a lot of jewelry stores that will repair silver jewelry. So we're one of the ones that do. Occasionally watches, we do some watch repair. Some of it we do have to send that out occasionally, but I let you know when I do, so it doesn't go out without you knowing about it.
Watch batteries. They replace a lot of watch batteries. Again,
Every day.
yes. John Holtzclaw is one of the few jewelry repair people in the area. There's not many of them left, so they do jewelry repair here. Remember that. They ship all over the country. The website is?
JewelersBench10.com.
The hours you're open are?
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
All right. And social media, where do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Be loyal, buy local. It's a mom and pop store. Been here for a long time here in Elizabethton, serving not just Elizabethton, but the entire Tri-Cities and really anywhere in the country. The Jeweler's Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
And back on the Tom Bailey Sports Show, take a look at some Major League Baseball. We talked about it with Andrew. Appreciate him coming by the way. And we told you Ronald Acuna says he will be part of the Home Run Derby, the All-Star Weekend at Truist Park in Atlanta, which makes sense to have somebody from the Atlanta Braves in the Home Run Derby, at least one. I'm not so sure Olson would be a good one too, but right now at this point it's been Acuna, the only one saying he's going to do it. Acuna, four-time All-Star, competing in the Derby for the third time. He lost to Pete Alonso in the semifinals back in 2019, then lost to him again in the first round of Dodger Stadium in 2022. No Braves players ever won the Home Run Derby, so we'll see. Acuna will be back, and it'll be on the 14th. And, of course, the All-Star Game's on the 15th, so it'll be July the 14th, the Home Run Derby, and Ronald Acuna Jr. from the Braves, as we said, will be in the field in the competition for the Home Run Derby, so which is pretty cool. Now, we talked about it yesterday, the clash between let's see, who was it? It was Paul Skeens and Jacob Misiorowski for the Brewers. Didn't really pan out. A lot of times it doesn't. We get all hyped up and we push things and hype it, and so didn't really do what you wanted to do. In fact, Skeens had one of his worst outings ever. So, let's see, the Brewers had uncharacteristic success against Skeens. 4 innings of work. He gave up 4 runs, all earned, 4 strikeouts and a pair of walks. So, lots of 4s, and so really wasn't his best performance. We're talking about Skeens. On the flip side, Misiorowski, let's see what he did. Misiorowski went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 8, walked 2, so he won the battle, if you will, between the two. And so it was Misiorowski for the Brewers and Paul Skeens for the Pittsburgh Pirates, of course. So that's what happened there yesterday, and all the hubbub that we talked about just didn't really materialize. And as we said, it happens more times than not. Here's your schedule for Thursday. Some day games, a lot of them, as a matter of fact. They're all but one a day game or an afternoon affair. Toronto at Cleveland. The A's will be in Detroit. Minnesota hosting Seattle. Philadelphia will be wrapping up their series in Houston before they come on into Atlanta for the series starting tomorrow night. Tampa Bay at Kansas City. The Cardinals hosting the Cubs. The Dodgers wrapping things up in Colorado against the Rockies. And San Francisco hosting Miami. That'll be, again, coming up to 3:45. The one night game will be the Braves and the Mets in New York. Griffin Canning will go for the New York Mets, and Grant Holmes will get the baseball for the Atlanta Braves. So they'll open up a series tomorrow night, as we said earlier, in Atlanta against the Phillies, your front-running team. Bryce Elder goes tomorrow night against Mick Abel. Schwellenbach goes Saturday against Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies. Then on Sunday, your matchup, Spencer Strider for the Braves and Ranger Suarez will go for the Philadelphia Phillies on Sunday in the series wrap-up. So some good baseball there. And again, if you're going to, obviously it didn't take a rocket science to know this, if you're going to catch the division leader, you got to beat them head-to-head, and so they'll have that opportunity starting tomorrow night in Atlanta. Let's take a look at the standings in the East. The Phillies have won 6 out of 10. Rather, they lead the Mets by only a half game. The Mets will open up a weekend series in Pittsburgh. The Braves are 9.5 out. In the Central, the Cubs lead the Milwaukee Brewers by 2.5. They lead the Cardinals by 3.5. Brewers have won 2 straight, 7 out of 10. They'll host Colorado for the weekend. The Cardinals will be on the road at Cleveland. That's a pretty good setup there. Good matchup, Cardinals and the Guardians on the weekend in Cleveland. In the West, the Dodgers have won 3 in a row, 8 out of 10. They're tied now with the best record in baseball at .617 winning percentage. They and Detroit are the best two, both with identical 50 and 31 records. So the Dodgers, the second team to get 50 wins in the season, along with the Detroit Tigers. And so you look at the Dodgers, by the way, this weekend will be on the road in Kansas City to open up a series there against the Royals. Then you go to the American League, and it looks like this. In the American League East, you got the Yankees leading the Rays by 1 game. Rays are hot. They won 2 in a row, 7 out of 10. The Yankees will have a series this weekend against the A's in New York, and Tampa Bay will be in Baltimore against the Orioles. Interesting series there. Orioles are having a really tough year. They're 12 under. They're 30 league. In the Central, that's what you're hearing. The rumblings are they're going to start unloading people. because they're way underperforming as a team this year. In the Central, Detroit, as we said, the best record in baseball are the Dodgers. They lead the Guardians by 8 1/2 games. In the West, the Astros have won 3 in a row and 7 out of 10. They have an interesting weekend set up. They'll be hosting the Cubs, number 1 in the West. The Astros, number 1 in the National League Central, the Cubbies, in Houston for the weekend. Astros have won 3 in a row and 7 out of 10. The Mariners will be at Texas. The Rangers, again, 40 and 41. They're 7.5 out. The Mariners are 5.5 out. And so they lead them by 2 games. They'll start a series tomorrow night in Texas, and the Angels in between them. Los Angeles has won 3 in a row and 7 out of 10. So it's the Astros, the Mariners 5.5 back, the Angels 7 back, and the Rangers 7 1/2 games back in the for you. And Miss Grabowski joins us in 15. That's going to be pretty cool. We'll do all that coming up right after this from let's see, we have not done this for a while, so why don't we do this right here? Why don't we bring you in just to remind you we're 57 days away from Cyclone football, and we're going to give you the highlights from the Daniel Boone game on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
If you missed Friday night's win over the Daniel Boone Trailblazers, you missed these exciting Cyclone football moments.
You're at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, well, I would try to roll out here again, maybe a similar play. Maybe look for the slant right here, but something in the air.
Slagle wants to go. Home run ball in the end zone's got a man out there, and it's going to be caught. Did he get it? And as they signaled,
touchdown!
He did! Touchdown, Cyclones! 6-yard line. 2nd and goal, Cyclones. Clock winding down. 5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. We're on the move. 7-0. Knocking on the door here. Red will keep it again. Slagle will bounce off Kodak in behind him. He'll go to the 5. He'll go down inside. He'll pound it to get it. And he did! Touchdown, Slagle. Touchdown, Elizabethton Cyclones. J-Train back there's a single setback. He'll get the handoff. Nope, it throws the home run ball in the end zone. Got it. Caught over the shoulder. And touchdown. Elizabethton touchdown.
And that's Whitehead.
Whitehead with a touchdown with the Cyclones.
Yeah. Great little hitch and go action right there. Again, similar play to what we scored on earlier when Wallen scored in the back corner. Very similar play, but a little hitch there by Red, and then again just laid that ball out. Another beautiful ball out there far where only receiver could catch it. The Cyclones have really blown this one open.
Cyclones up 20-0. Looking. Now Landon Hughes after him. Penalty's going to be a hold. He'll run for dear life to the 30. Pummel the football. Cyclones got it. We'll be on the far sideline, and we'll see how far we go. Keep running. Pummel the football. He's at the 40, 35. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 50.
He could be starting at a lot of schools around Northeast Tennessee, even though he's a young guy, but a bright future ahead.
Double C Western Supply first down. CJ gets another handoff at the 40. He'll break a tackle to the 35. Stiff arms a man to the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cyclones. Touchdown, CJ Mathis.
And this looks like a drive right here where they really want to try to get him an opportunity to get in the end zone, because I think he really settled us down offensively early and was a real.
In the football game, 3rd down and 1, Elizabethton. Down around the 7-yard line. Get to the 6 to move the sticks. The Train's got it. He'll go to the 5. He'll go to the 4. He'll go to the 3. He'll go in. And did he score? Touchdown. Cyclones touchdown to J-Train.
Good for him. Good for him.
Join us this Friday night at 6:50 for another night of exciting Elizabethton Cyclone football.
In a world where clutter, trash, and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight clutter, trash, and debris, call Container Man.
Yeah, the bank's rocking, yelling, go Betsy, go! Yeah, the bank's rocking, yelling, go Betsy, go!
Minutes. All right, Collins and Company got a couple of auctions going on. One goes to next Tuesday and one goes to next Wednesday. Let's start with the one on Tuesday. Again, it's a estate auction for a Gray, Tennessee estate. All kinds of goodies. And you have a Traditions cap and ball revolver replica, complete U.S. coin proof sets, collectible silver dollars, a distinctive red letter $2 bill. You have fine jewelry, men's and women's 14-karat gold pieces, including a complete bridal set, an assortment of silver and gold chains that you can auction or bid on, rather. Sterling silver flatware, adding elegance to the tableware offerings. Home entertainment, a Sony 57-inch television. Furniture, complete living room, seating, recliner, and couch, dining room table, bedroom furniture, all this up for auction. Appliance features a matching washer and dryer. Also, John Deere riding mower and various tools. Nature lovers can bid on an extensive collection of stones, collectible stones. Also, original oil and canvas artwork. All this going on for starting at $1 a bid. And go to, again, Household Online Estate Auction. You can do here and hit that back. And there you go. My dad worked at GM Lucy Fortness and he drove a 57 Chevy. Man, I'd like to have a 57 Chevy. I'd like to have the model, the collector's bank of a 57 Chevy he's got. Hello, Doug Wolf. How you doing, sir? David Lacey. Hello, sir. Thank you for watching. Let's see who else. Reba Whitehead. Eleanor Rambo watching. Thank you. Appreciate you kids. Those of you watching the show, thank you. Anyway, this auction goes to next Tuesday. Go to collinsandcompany.info. That's the first one. Here it is. I'll show you a picture. But it does better to go on the computer. Look it up on his website at collinsandcompany.info. Catherine Grabowski in 10 minutes. We're excited. So you got a knife and cutlery online auction going on now through the 9th, which is next Wednesday. Damascus steel blades. I know nothing about this. I'm just going to read it. Put my glasses on these. Damascus steel blades, classic Bowie-style knives, daggers, cleavers built for everyday tasks. A professional chef, an outdoor enthusiast, or a collector, this has something for everybody. It is a knife and cutlery online auction. Goes through next Wednesday. Go to collinsandcompany.info. So there you go. We were talking about App State football. I pulled it up here during the break. Appalachia will be over there in August talking about the Mountaineers. Mountaineers posted the first losing season since 2013, only their second in the past 3 decades, so they made a coaching change. They brought in Dow Loggins, hope I'm saying his name right, L-O-G-G-A-I-N-S, Logains. And so he has added 16 transfers in time for spring practice. They picked up a couple of quarterbacks. Got A.J. Swan from LSU and J.J. Cole from Iowa State. Also, Rashad Dubinian, an Arkansas transfer, should boost the outpost of running back along with Tennessee transfer Kalafi Keith. So, got some guys dropping down from the big boys to play at App State. We'll be there in August, talk to the coach, athletic director, and the voice of the Mountaineers, David Jackson, on ESPN+. So here's their schedule. They play their home games: Lindenwood, Oregon State, Coastal Carolina, Georgia Southern, and Marshall. The road games will play Charlotte at Bank America Stadium in Charlotte. They'll go to Southern Miss, Boise State, Georgia State, Old Dominion, and James Madison. So there you go. It's his first year at the school, and so he is ready to go to be the new coach, and is the new coach of the Appalachian State Mountaineers. So we'll be over there in August to check out the new bank over there, Mountain Community Bank, and also talk to some App State folks. It's going to be good. All right, let's take a break. Well, let's not take a break. Let's take a look at NASCAR. They're racing this weekend in Hampton, Georgia, Atlanta Motor Speedway. So they're called the Echo Park Speedway now. Only 9 NASCAR races remain in the regular season before the playoffs. It's getting tight. So before the 2023 season, they shortened all the Atlanta races to 400 miles to the 500. Some notes for this weekend: the driver who led the most laps won the first 3 races in Atlanta. In the last 4 races, the one that's led the laps, most laps, has not finished better than 10th. Which is an interesting stat. The last 4 races, the drivers led the most laps has not finished inside the top 10. Christopher Bell led only the final lap in his win in February in Atlanta. Last time that happened was the late David Pearson did it in September of 1961, the Silver Fox. So Christopher Bell won it on the last lap in February. They'll come back for the second time in Atlanta. The pass for the win came in the final 2 laps and 5 out of the last 6 races in Atlanta. So the key is to be there at the end, obviously. Kyle Busch finished top 10 in all 5 races in Atlanta with RCR Racing, so he's excited about going there, I would think. A total of 50 different drivers have won in Atlanta on the Cup Series, and 9 of those are in the field this weekend. Joey Logano, William Byron, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch have all won twice in Atlanta. Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and Denny Hamlin in the field have all won once in Atlanta for the weekend race, the Quaker State 400 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, or now they call it Echo Park Speedway, coming up this weekend in Hampton, Georgia. So that's where they're racing this weekend. And obviously the odds-on favorite to win the race will be the guys who had the most success there in the past. Joey Logano, William Byron, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch have all won twice among active drivers in Atlanta or at Hampton at Echo Park Speedway for the race coming up this weekend. Liberty Celebration tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday. That's it. The official outdoor drama of the state of Tennessee for the whole state. The 46th season Liberty, the saga of Sycamore Shoals, is tonight. And that'll be tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. Tickets are available by calling 543-5808. Should be a good night to go. There's a chance of rain, I think, the next 2 nights. Tonight, not. Of course, the heat will be a consideration, but it's there on the river, so it's a little cooler than other places because it's get a little breeze coming off the river. Liberty, the saga of Sycamore Shoals, tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday will be the final 3 versions or productions of the play for 2025. So there you go. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here. We've got her coming up in 3 minutes. Catherine Grabowski joins us on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Why Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabeth?
When everything goes corporate and everybody, you walk in and you're customer number 1,799, here you're Tom, and we know who Tom is, we know who you are, and we do it the old-fashioned way, so we're big enough now that we can take care of everybody and we can, get the good deals, we get the volume discounts and all that kind of stuff. and we're one of the last family-owned furniture stores in East Tennessee. But we're small enough that we know who you are and we can take care of you.
Absolutely. Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, at cannonshomestore.com on the internet, and just look up Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings on Facebook.
Hours are open?
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5.
And the magic phone number to call?
423-543-6937.
Be loyal, buy local. Biden Elizabeth from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So I feel so privileged. She came in today. Aren't you on vacation? Kind of, sort of?
Intentionally, yes.
Yes,
but
thank you.
Finished up earlier.
She felt the vibe. She said, I said, I need you to come and be on the show. She said, I kind of felt that. Isn't that what you told me?
Yes.
And there we go. She's here. So we appreciate her coming. So it is Dead Week. And for those of you out of state, what does that mean? That means the TSSAA, the governing body, Tennessee High School Sports, says this week and next week, no practices, no scrimmages, no workouts. Everybody disappears. And trust me, they have. So, and I get that because all the coaches are out of town doing family time at the beach, the mountains, wherever they go. Would you be a beach girl or a mountain girl? I guess you're a beach girl, aren't you?
Both.
Both? So
I don't have kids. I can have lots of options.
you have lots. Amen. There you go. So all these coaches are gone, and I get that. So, and then next week, and then the following week, July the 7th, it all starts. Football, volleyball, boys and girls cross country, girls soccer, and leaving one of them off. Oh, gosh. Football, volleyball, girls soccer, cross country, girls and guys, and golf, girls and guys. Why not?
Golf is the one you forgot.
Being a golf enthusiast, this lady is, how did I forget golf? So, So do you play?
I have attempted to swing a club. It didn't go well.
Didn't go well.
It didn't go well.
Have you tried it more than once?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I've been to Top Golf. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I would always go back. But it's about fun.
But you just by your own admission didn't do well. So was your putting or your driving? What part needed a little help?
The driving.
The driving? Okay. All right.
The pitching wedges weren't too hard to do, but just usually the driver's my problem.
Yeah. All right. So I don't even play golf. I don't know why I'm even asking is how far does a lady normally average hitting a golf ball, and how far can you hit one? And I have no clue about either one of those. I'm way out on the limb here.
I couldn't tell you what average is, but mine is below. It's below.
That's why she doesn't play very often. I understand. I got you. Well, I mean, I'm so bad. I go play putt-putt and get drilled by my granddaughters. It's like, oh, let's go. And I was, why? Because I'm just going to be your whipping boy. But now one year I did, or one time I did win, and I wore them out. But now do you do putt-putt? Are you a putt-putter at all?
I do. I like it, yes.
Yeah. Are you good at it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like pool, you know. You pick your first shot, and then where it's going to end up, you pick your next shot.
That's it. So you do feel somewhat confident in playing putt-putt?
Yes, I am a putt-putt shark.
A putt-putt shark. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. We're here at Carter County Bank. She works here, does a wonderful job. And so Andrew McKeon said if you get a chance, got to have Miss Grabowski on, and here she be. And so you are busy. They are busy. The bank's busy. So what's going on? You processing a lot of loans right now, aren't we? Moving them?
Yes. And plus with, like you said, everybody's on vacation now. I've got two of them out. So, I mean, it's just, we're busy, and then it gets a little busier whenever you have to, like, pick up a little extra. But we all work together very well over here, so it's okay. We'll get through it.
So when they get back, you kind of double up the work. When they hit the door Monday, it's like, oh, by the way, we got this, and this. You got a list, don't you?
Yes.
Some tasks we have to get done. So now, see, what was the last biggie? U.S. Open was the biggie. Did that end the way you thought it? Because the Treadway guy going down the stretch kind of choked it up a little bit, didn't he? He had a chance to win it. Wasn't that his name, Treadway? No? She's looking at me like, oh.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking because Sam Burns was on the top for like, I don't think it was Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday he was doing very well. And then we had JJ Spawn hanging out around the top, but then he kind of choked a little bit.
He faded.
But he came back, clutch for the win, but also we kind of had that rain delay, so it was kind of rough for everybody towards the end.
Treadway's not the right name. It's Fleetwood, isn't it? It's Tommy Fleetwood. I'm saying Treadway. Wasn't it Fleetwood?
It wasn't very long-lived.
Yeah.
But he was.
That was him, right? I mean, I'm getting the name right?
Yes.
Help me. I'm out here.
Yes, but I don't think that he was in contention for a little bit, but not as long.
Catherine, honey, I'm out on the limb, and the limb is cracking. I'm getting ready to take a bad fall. Can you save me? Can you help me here? Was it Fleetwood or was it Treadway? It was Fleetwood, wasn't it?
Yes.
Thank you. So I'm dying over here, and I'm going, and
That's
she
funny,
goes right on. Oh yeah, it is funny. He goes right on through. Like I'm thinking, please
that
tell
guy.
me. So it's Fleetwood.
Yes.
Yeah, not Treadway. I don't know where I got Treadway, but is it Tommy Fleetwood? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this week they are at the Rocket Classic in Detroit. Is that a big tournament? I guess they're all big, but is that in terms of?
It's not a major or anything.
Okay.
No,
So
but I mean it's fun.
Is there any majors left?
We got the Open. Yeah.
The British Open?
Coming up.
You ever been there?
No. That's across the country.
Would you cross the blue? Would you have any desire to go to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will go anywhere I have the opportunity to go to for golf.
There you go. You could stay in a castle. Wouldn't that be cool? Hang out, stay in a castle and go watch the British Open.
Super casual, yeah.
Yeah. They still call it the British Open?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the slogan you told me the other day in your office? And I wrote it down. I didn't bring it with me.
Oh, it was about excitement.
It was excitement. Yeah, you have to control your level of excitement or something like that. Because I asked you, would you go nuts at the Masters? And you said you can't. You can, but you can't. And then you came up with a real cutesy line, and then I can't remember what it was. But
I don't know if it was maintain a certain level of excitement.
yeah, something like
Maybe,
that.
yeah.
I don't.
Because you can't be too over the top.
I think that's what it was. Can't be pushed too far over the top. I think it's how it went. So.
Yes, you don't get kicked out.
Yeah. And they will kick you out.
Yes.
Now, are they more stringent there? Like, if you go to the Rocket Classic,
Arizona, you can get pretty crazy on the 16th hole. They don't really care what you do, but.
Are you speaking from experience? The waste management on the 16th hole in Phoenix.
Yes.
So you got a little wound up. Got a little.
Well, I mean, they're like throwing their beer cans and everything like onto the they're real judgy on that one. So you
really?
gotta have a high level of discipline and not really get too worked up when you get there.
Wow.
But it's a fun hole.
Okay, so I love talking to this lady. So
there's a lot. Sorry.
The 16th hole at the Waste Management in Phoenix can be problematic if you get out there and sling your alcoholic beverage cans. But they don't really appreciate. You throw them at the people.
I mean, they throw it onto the green.
For what reason? Because
Like
somebody
if you
did.
get real excited. Or
Oh,
like
I got you.
Yeah.
They're not throwing them at the golfers. There's like,
No.
yeah, I got excited and kind of got a little exuberant and slung them.
Well, they're at the 16th hole. They've probably been there a while and been
Yeah.
getting pre-gamed up. So.
Yeah. Hot out there in Phoenix. I got it. Yeah. They worked themselves up a lather, and so they got a little excited, and so that's good. There's more to this story that I'm not going to ask on there, but off there I will, because I guarantee there's more to this. So, you're working right now doing loans, obviously, getting ready to. So, are we doing? You can't name names. I don't want you to, but are you doing personal loans, business loans, a little of the above? What do you specialize in?
I do only business. Like,
Okay.
we can't do consumers at all, but it's usually typically like whether it's line of credit or buying equipment, buying vehicles, buying a rental house, whether you want to buy it and fix it up, you know, kind of anything in that realm.
People still doing that, flipping houses? A lot of people doing that?
Very much so, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So if you're looking to, obviously, obtain some money for those kind of things, you want to come here. Start with Tyler and David, and then ultimately everything will kind of come to your desk, right?
We don't have a David.
Wags?
John? I won't tell him. but
No,
it's
don't
okay.
tell him.
It's a public show.
Oh, it's out there now. Why did I say David?
I don't know. Got a good friend in banking named David?
Yeah, I thought there was a David Wagner.
There is. He's in Bristol.
He's in Bristol. So I wasn't totally wrong.
Wagner, yeah.
I was wrong, but I wasn't wrong. Just wrong location. So John's back here, and Tyler's back here.
Yes.
And that's the guys you work with closely. So.
Yes. Yeah.
And so when it gets to your desk, they get it started, and when it gets to your desk, what are you doing? What's your job?
I'm collecting all the information I need between title work, insurance, whether we need to order surveys, appraisals, things like that.
Is this a turnaround process? Does it take a while? Can it go pretty quickly? What is it normally? I have no clue. So.
I mean, if you have something like equipment or autos, like we have been known to do that in like 2 days if you need it very quickly. But like as far as like rentals or houses or things like that, the longest portion would be like appraisals, because that'll usually take 2 to 3 weeks depending upon how busy the appraiser is. So
falls back in his lap or her lap, the appraiser. Okay.
Yes.
All right. See, I'm learning things from Miss Grabowski here. How long you been with the bank?
13 years.
13 years. There you go. I remember back in the day, she was a teller. I used to harass her when I'd come in there. I never got her name right on purpose, but actually I'd say her Grabowski being silly. It turns out it is her name. I kept, which is, I'd go in and go try to be cutesy and say, hey, Grabowski, and say, hey, how are you? And I'm thinking, it doesn't really bother her when I say that. Then I realized that's
You're
really
saying it correctly.
it's really your right name, which is, I felt kind of a doofus, but that's okay. So anyway, it's a good place to work. They're good peeps. And so it's, it's busy. Now, do you have big plans for the 4th? Are you a fireworks girl? Do you go watch fireworks? You take those in?
I do love fireworks, but I'm not much of a planner, to be honest with you. I kind of like, as plans come up, I just kind of go with it. But yes.
Spontaneous combustion, spur of the moment.
Indeed, yes.
An afternoon call on the 4th saying, we're going here. It's like, I'm going. I'm ready. We're ready to roll.
100%, yes.
That's how it goes?
Every time.
Yeah. So we don't. Spontaneous. So the one that shows the most fun is where we're going. We start to go over here. We get a call. We're going to go over here because this sounds like more fun. This one gets bumped right in there.
Well, you can't blow people off if you actually do make plans ahead.
Okay.
Let's be polite.
Let's be polite. So, but if you get a late call, ready to roll, we're ready. Let me grab my keys and my hat, and we're out the door. Where are we headed? That's kind of how it rolls. That's good.
That's the best way to be.
Absolutely. That's how we roll, spontaneous combustion. Exactly. Be flexible. Because when I plan my day, I don't know about you, I can plan my day, and 99% of the time it never goes like a plan. You kind of get a hiccup or a curveball, and you just roll with it.
Yeah.
You know that too.
The best, yeah.
Yeah. All right. See, I appreciate you coming being on the show. It's very good. Thank you. So, who is the leaderboard? Is Putnam? Is that Andrew Putnam? What you said?
It was at the time, but I feel like it's shifted since then. But it's
shifted?
Thursday. It's very early.
Well, let's see here. Let's pull it back up here. We had the Rocket Classic leaderboard on here. It is M.W. Lee. Who's that? Do we know?
Minwoo Lee.
Minwoo Lee. There's A. Putnam. His name would be Andrew. And then we go to, you could tap onto it.
Hodges? Yes, it is Lee Hodges. I'm just waiting for Jordan to pop up on there, but,
yeah, we're looking for Jordan?
Yeah, but sometimes.
There's Zach Johnson. I know him.
Mm-hmm.
P. Cantley. Who's P. Cantley?
Patrick Cantley.
Cantley. All right.
And Wyndham Clark. He's doing pretty good.
Wyndham Clark's.
These might shift all around, and you won't even see him later on. We don't know.
He'll do what?
I said these all might still shift
around.
And you won't see him later
it's
on.
Opening day. It's first day.
Mm-hmm.
This guy fired his caddy. I noticed that.
Colin?
Yep. He fired his caddy, got rid of his caddy, said he's the reason I'm not doing very good. Is that a fair? I mean, can you blame it on your caddy if you play golf? Because I don't.
Well, I feel like sometimes it also depends on like how you guys interact with each other and the advice they give you and how they respond. It's kind of a connection thing, I think.
Okay, I'm looking down through here for your guy. I don't see him yet. So.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if he's playing in this or not. I always hope so, but.
Yeah. Well, we're way down to.
Well, with
70
the Open coming up.
Yeah.
He might not.
Well, I'm looking. So we're going way down through here. I don't think if he ain't starting out too hot. So you're going to be disappointed in him unless I skipped over him.
Never. He plays better than I do, so I can't complain.
Yeah. There's Ricky Fowler. See that one?
Yes, he's doing better lately.
Well, so I don't think he's in this one. I would like to think that he's better than 120th so far. So, but I don't see him on here. This would be Jordan
Spieth.
Mm-hmm. So, how would you know? Could you look up to see if he's in the field? I guess you're looking at it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can also look at his tour schedule.
Well, let's do that because we got a few minutes. We're hanging out with you, so let's look up Jordan Spieth. Okay. We type in tour schedule. Is that what we do?
Mm-hmm.
Here's his net worth. You know how much he's worth? You don't want to know. You'll get depressed. You will get depressed.
That's more than me.
Yeah. Of course, he's married with children, but she still likes him, and that's okay. Jordan Spieth tour schedule. Do we do this one? Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll see if he is. Okay. He's not here. Let's see. I'm going backwards, so let's go this way. What'd you do today, Tom? I always sit down in the middle of the show and looked up Jordan Spieth if he's playing today. So
no, he's not playing. He's not playing until Let me see, July 17th.
He's going to be on the.
What day is it? Travelers was last weekend.
Today's the 26th.
The Open. Okay, so July 17th, the Open.
So he's off till the 17th. So what do golfers do? Just go out and play? If they're not in this tournament, what do? They just go out. They just take some time away. Do they go play by themselves? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like honestly lately he's been working on his game, and he had that surgery on his wrist. So I mean that, and plus probably spending as much time with your family as you can. But I would obviously want to travel with him.
Yeah, you could be their nanny. So
I would so do that.
Would you really?
Yes.
You'd be the Jordan Spieth nanny. Yeah.
Yes.
How many children does he have? Do you know?
He's got 2 and 1 on the way.
Yeah.
I think he's at, yes.
So he has 2 with 1 coming. So you'd be the nanny. The Spieth nanny.
I would definitely make good choices. I don't want to say that.
There you go. You would strongly consider it. You're good. Thank you for coming by. Keep up the good work on this job. You do a great job. People around here think a lot of you. I hear they brag on you a lot. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you do a great job. That's what they tell me. So I think she does a pretty good job. When we first started coming, she never wanted to be on the show. Now she said, yeah. She came in on her day off. Took her a half day to come in and hang. Scored brownies. Thank you.
Just knew you needed me. You know?
That's it. I do need you. Did you know you scored brownies?
No, but I do now.
Yeah. Do you care that you scored brownies? That's the key.
Of course.
There
Of
you
course.
Go. There we go. We go back a ways. You were the teller back in 10 years ago. Is that right?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I've been in this position for 4 or so, but I was a teller for 10 years, starting in 2011.
Mount Castle?
And Gray.
And Gray is where we met. So there you go. She's a neat lady. All right, quick break. We'll take a look at some more sports right after this. This has been a golfing segment with Miss Grabowski on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Folks in Port Travis Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said. So Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread, we've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami, make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. You know, if you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game, don't really want to eat a big meal. We can take care of that for you. We got chips and drinks if you want to pack your cooler or whatever. Got anything you need.
Yep, 543-6128 is what you call, or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading to the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
10 or 15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent, excellent opportunity to come by and get some great food.
Yep, love to serve you.
Love to serve you, absolutely. How do you find us on social media?
We got a Facebook page. You can look us up there, leave us some feedback, give us a like.
Yep. Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Port Travis Deli, 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, thanks for Catherine stopping by. Again, we are tomorrow on the road at Food City. And Chick-fil-A on Monday. Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth. And then the rest of next week, we're going to disappear too. I can come back ready to go, guns a-blazing on the 7th of July. So, anyway, we're going to be here tomorrow for sure at Food City, kicking off the weekend on a Food City Friday. July the 19th, which is not that far away, will be the Crazy H Road Race, part of Fun Fest in Kingsport. And so the race, once again, will support U.S. men and women's distance runners. And we're looking forward to being a part of that. And that'll be coming up on the 19th on that Saturday, which will be in from this weekend, it'll be 4 weeks out, I guess. So it's going to be good. Crazy Eights, again, will be ready to roll. And, of course, Hank Brown is the race director and organizer and founder. And so we'll have him on the show week after next, week of the 7th, because it's right around the corner, the Crazy Eights Road Race. If you are a runner, that's great. If you just want to walk, that's great too, because they have the walking part of the event as well. And so it's the Eastman Credit Union Almost Crazy 3K Run Walk, and then the Regional Eye Center is offering a special Totally Crazy medal for anyone who runs both the 3K and the 8K on that night. So Ballad Health is the primary sponsor, along with our great friends at Food City. And so they'll be coming up on the 19th in Kingsport. It starts and stops at Hunter Wright Stadium, J. Fred Johnson Stadium. And so it'll be the annual installment of the Crazy H Road Race. We get the honor to MC that event. We love doing it. And so we'll be there on the 19th of July to promote said event. We're live here again at Carter County Bank. We'll take a break. We've got this new sponsor, Weight Loss Success, helping folks lose weight. Then we'll take a look at, got some college football next.
Our success is your success.
Is a 3-story antique mall, huge. We have like over 50,000 square feet.
We're talking to Misty Council, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Duck Crossing? Why should we come here and shop?
Well, we have 3 floors of merchandise with over 50 different vendors, a good wide variety of items. 70%, I would say, is vintage, which is over 25 years or more. We do have, of course, a lot of antiques, which are over 100 years. Clean, organized, right smack dab in the middle of downtown Elizabethton. We have 2 other stores right beside of us, so it's a great afternoon. You can hit all 3 we're all 3 good quality antique stores.
Hours are open?
We're open from 11 to 5:30 on Monday through Friday and 10 to 6 on Saturdays.
Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook at Duck Crossing Elizabethton and Instagram at Duck Crossing Antiques.
And the phone number to call and find out more.
423-518-1858.
There you go. One of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy, buy it in downtown Elizabethton at Duck Crossing. One of our great sponsors here of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton with your favorite school's t-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school
and your favorite team. Dry Fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike Dry Fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Again, we are winding this thing down for this Thursday. Back with you tomorrow. Hello, Baker. How you doing, Lady Linda Birchfield? How are you? We appreciate you all very, very much. Again, the countdown is there. 57 days, 2 hours, and 48 minutes, again, to Cyclone football. Everybody starts on, or most people start on August 22nd. Our schedule looks like this. We'll be at Science Hill. Then the following week on the 29th, going into Labor Day weekend, we'll be at Tennessee High, reestablishing that rivalry to Stone Castle. Home opener will be on September the 5th against Westridge. Then we go back-to-back to Hawkins County on the 12th of September at Volunteer. On the 19th of September at Cherokee, both Hawkins County core schools. Northview Academy to wrap up the month of September will be our second home game on the 26th of September. In October, we have 4 games and an open date. We go to Granger on October the 3rd, open date on the 10th. We have Sullivan East and Seymour back-to-back on the 17th and the 24th of October. We wrap things up on that Thursday night Halloween weekend on the 30th of Greenville. So that's your football schedule for Cyclone football for 2025. And again, it counts it down at 57, as you see, 57 days, 2 hours and 47 minutes from now. A lot of rain in the area. It's peppering down the rain outside. Got some thunderstorms, which is good. We need the rain. You know, when it gets as hot as it's been and as dry as it's been, dries things out pretty quickly, and so we need the rain, and it's coming down, and we like that outside. It's good stuff. It's cooling things down a bit as well, so we got some rain. That looks like on the radar through 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon here in the Tri-Cities. That's going to do it. Again, let's see, let me double-check, make sure I don't have something else I need to tell you about. Tomorrow we'll be at Food City, kicking off the weekend there on a Food City Friday. And let's see here. Yeah, I want to tell you about Big John's. Big John's closeout. Oh, yeah, I got to tell you about this one, too. I was looking last night. I told you I'd look it up, and I did. Some of the used car inventory at Ford of Elizabethton. Here's I don't know if they're still here. They were there last week. They've been selling a bunch of them. A 2020 Ford Fusion. Got that one ready to go. A 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus in the used cars. The 2023 Kia Ford or Forte, I'm not sure how you say it, LXS. They've got that on the lot, or did have it. A 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250, which is a SUV. A 2020 Jeep Cherokee Limited on the lot at Ford of Elizabethton, our title sponsor. A 2019 Ford Edge SEL, stone gray, by the way. This is a bikini metallic, interesting, bikini metallic clear coat. Jeep Renegade Trailhawk 2021 got it for sale on the lot. And let's see, a Hyundai Santa Fe, which is Nightfall Blue. A Summit White Chevrolet Malibu 2023 model. Also, you got a 2023 Hyundai Kona, I guess you said it right, K-O-N-A, Kona SEL, ultra black, good looking ride there, for $18,000. And one more here, 2017 Ford Explorer XLT, magnetic colored, it says. Interior is black, and it goes for $18,300. So those are some of the used vehicles. Here's an Equinox. Here's a Nissan Rogue they've got on the lot, or did have. A Chevrolet Silverado pick-em-up truck, black one. Nissan Sentra, Equinox, another Chevrolet Equinox, another Buick Encore GX Select. So for $19,300. So all these are on the lot, or were, at Ford of Elizabeth. I'm going to do an update tonight This was last week, and they've been selling a ton of them. So used cars, used car vehicles, and used car inventory comes and goes in and out because of the traffic they have and the sales they make. So we'll get an update. Those are some of the ones that were there as of, what's today? Thursday. They were there on Sunday, so Sunday night before we started the week's show. All right, we're going to say goodbye on this one. We want to give you the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. We did it earlier. Let's do it again one more time and tell you the verse of the day because it's worth it. God is always working. He's a connected our God and doesn't need a lot to do a lot. Remember, all David had was 5 stones. All he used was 1 to bring down Goliath. Mark 10:27 says, Jesus looked at him and said, with man this is impossible, but with God, for with God all things are possible. With man this is impossible, but not with God, for with God all things are possible. Thank you, Lord, that we can handle, let me start over. Thank you, Lord, that you can handle any situation or problem we bring to you and lay at your feet. It's a verse today, Mark 10:27. Good way to end the show here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks to Andrew McKinn, and thanks to Catherine Grabowski from here at the bank stopping by and talking to us. We'll be back with you tomorrow at Food City. Got them loaded up and ready to go tomorrow. Got a lot of folks coming in and being guests. We're looking forward to that. It is dead week, and we understand that. It's tough to get people. They're out of town on vacation. We understand. We're going to be doing the same next week, too. We're going to take some more time off, and July the 7th, we hit it, and we're rolling. So get one more break in for a while, and then we're going to be in the saddle ready to go pretty regular. And so we will rejoin you tomorrow for show number 2313. Axel will be by to join us tomorrow. Looking forward to having Axel Steins on, and so we'll get ready for show number 2313 tomorrow at Food City here in Elizabeth. And until then, we say, as always, bloom where you planted and win or lose. Be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2312 on this 26th day of June from Carter County Bank, downtown Elizabethton. Here, again, a great place to be. We appreciate President Andrew McKinn and Catherine Grabowski being our guest, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.